the Tour Academy YouTube channel and another one of our live A&R feedback sessions. Buzzing to be back. We're listening to your music today, giving you guys real-time feedback right here, playing your tracks out. And joining me, have a very special guest. Some of you guys will know who this man is.
I love these little intros.
I've got to big you up. I've got to big you up. I've got to come up with an intro. I can minimise it.
You carry on.
I can minimise it.
You expand.
Well, someone very, very special and integral here at Toolroom. Label manager, A&R legend, and all-round industry hero, Mr. Matt Smallwood.
Legend and hero. I mean, they're both new, but I'll take them.
I threw that in today. I thought I'm going to go big.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm going to go big. Mate, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Looking forward to getting stuck in.
We've done a few of these together.
We have. It's been a while, though. It's been a while.
It has. And they're always good fun. And I do remember the first one we ever did. You end up signing a track here.
I actually did, yes.
Which was really cool.
Yeah.
Is it Loud About
Spur
Us?
of the moment. That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Really cool. So
Little
you never know
number,
as well.
if I remember rightly.
A chunky disco
Chunky
number.
disco
Ended up
ditty.
going out on Ibiza 2023.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really good fun, these sessions. Matt's here to join us. As I said, we're listening to your tracks. I want to say thanks to everyone who sent music in for this. We've got so many submissions for this. What we're going to do is just play them at random, pick a few, see however many we can get through in the time we've got as well. All right. Big shout everyone to who's switched on as well. Let's have a look. Who's here? Who is in? Big shout out to all the shed heads coming over from Graham Farmer's Twitch stream. Nice one, gang. Brilliant to have you here. Shed heads.
I wonder what you said then. I was like...
Yeah, he's not being rude. How are we? Oh, look at this. Armensky first. He was in there first. I love that.
Quick off the mark, like it.
Mark, how are you? How are you doing, Mark Frost? Ilya Fresh Hands. Hey, Danny. First time watching live, but watch some of the previous sessions back. Such a great help, even if it's not your track, getting feedback. Nice one, Danny. Couldn't agree more. We always say that on our courses, on the live A&R sessions. Hearing professional feedback on other people's music, you're gaining insight into how people like Matt, in the industry, how his brain works, what they're listening for, and you'll have some realizations, I think.
Yeah.
That can bring stuff to your own music, your own productions. Big shout to everyone who is in. Dana, how you doing? James, how is everyone? We all good? Anyone watching the Euros at the moment?
Nah.
Cow, our producer, in the corner here. He's anticipating for the when's kick-off, Cow? For Scotland, Switzerland. 8 o'clock tonight. He's Scottish,
so the big games for 8 o'clock.
He's got his fingers crossed. I love it. I love it. Right, guys, so you know how this works. As I said, we're going to load up some of your tracks, dive in, play them here live so you guys can all hear them as well. Support everyone in the comments. Show your support, Everyone's at different stages in our production journey. We're not looking for completely polished tracks. We just want to give feedback at whatever stage any of you guys are at in your production journey, all right? So support everyone in the comments. I will skip through the tracks a little bit. That just gives us a bit more time so we can get through a few more, all right? So I've got a random folder here. Let's have a look.
Got your little Tech House
I have. Tech House Tom Bowler. Right. That's such a great... That should be a real thing. It really should. Should be a real thing. Right, okay. Just spotted one. And I've seen him there in the chat as well. So, first track I've got loaded up here is by Dana. Dan, I hope you're doing well, mate. This is Babica or Babica. It all depends how you want to pronounce the C.
Yeah. I'm sure he can let us know.
He will. He will let us know. Right. Let's do... Oh, we're in the 130 range with this one,
I love
Dana.
that.
Okay.
Bringing the BPMs.
He's coming in. All right, the first one. It's going to smash it, isn't it? First one, Dana with Babica. Here we go. Let's roll. Yes, Dana.
Nice,
Open us
nice,
off
nice.
with some wicked vibes, mate. Pure grooves.
But that answered your question about what it's called.
It did answer the question about what it's called straight away. Yeah, it's definitely Babica,
Yeah.
Babica. That's really hooky.
Yeah, it's really
hooky,
cool, that.
man. The groove's really nice. Love the percussion. It doesn't feel super. It feels quite natural.
Yeah, there's
it's
a
got
nice natural swing to all the
nice
drums
natural
and stuff.
looseness, but without
Yeah.
being super.
It's not too
loose.
rigid, and yeah, you got a nice little bit of swing and bit of groove to the drums, which is nice.
It flows really naturally. I like that. I love the groove. I like the bass line. I really like the percussion. That vocal's instantly
Vocal's super
quirky.
hooky, very like Nausicaa kind of vibe. If you've not checked Nausicaa out, she's very much in this kind of. I don't want to say Latin tech because that's become a bit of a phrase, hasn't it, recently?
Yeah,
but kind of that
quite a trend.
kind of that kind of tribally tech house kind of stuff.
Yeah. I like the fact that Dana just sits in that slightly more deep tech area.
So
with it
slightly,
though,
yeah.
isn't it?
I think
It's
those
quite
bits where the
cool.
vocal comes out and you got them kind of bongos come in and they're a bit verby and a bit delayed and it gives you a nice little break from the vocal, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like the percussion as a secondary hook when it takes over and does the Q&A. I really like this. I
it's really
honestly, because I know we flicked for the arrangement a bit, but I really like the fact the arrangement's quite unique as well. It doesn't feel kind of standard.
Yeah,
It's in and out. Quite
certainly
a
the
lot.
the breakdown part there. I know I'm just looking on your screen, but that's kind of interesting. That I mean, when that first came
found
in,
that really
it
creative.
kind of threw me a little bit because it doesn't necessarily sit with the rest of the track, if that makes sense, because it's quite deep and it's a bit trippy and a bit like, oh, what's happening here?
The
kind of
vocals.
thing.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we were both
those kind
talking
of
about.
I wasn't 100% sure on them, but that part there that you highlighted, where you really get that kind
percussion goes all
of
live.
they go brrr, and you get that mad, and it's like, whoa, it's a bit of a moment. It's a bit of like, oh, what's happened there? That kind of thing obviously really works on the dance floor. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I'd need to hear it again, but that kind of threw me that bit initially.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I love that percussion in the break. It really it's something different. I keep saying it now with arrangements. I'm really hoping that people do something that's a bit like, oh, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking for that slight vibe. Felt like a percussionist was there live. That'd be just what you said on a dance floor.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. I think it's a personal taste thing in those vocals because I was the same. They're quite eerie.
Yeah.
and dark
And a bit
twisted,
deep and yeah.
but yet the percussion and the other stuff is
Really
a tiny
energetic,
bit fun and energetic. So I was unsure on those if there was something else on the start of that break, or whether it was the sort of pre-break bit where the vocal could have had more energy. But
Yeah.
that's it. Honestly, I think we're picking hairs. I think that's more like
It's more personal
taste.
preference, yeah.
I think as a record that's got an identity, a great idea, it knows what it is, that absolutely rocks.
Yeah.
That absolutely rocks, mate. You smashed that, Dana.
Nice
Well
work.
done.
Yeah,
Well
love
done,
that.
mate. Love that. Right, what's everyone saying on chat? Everyone feeling it as well? Oh, everyone's really busy in chat here, loving it. Oh, look at that. We're getting some feedback on the mic volumes as well. Thanks, guys. Love that. Everyone's really feeling that. Wicked stuff. Well, let's keep it moving, shall we?
Let's, Peter.
Let's keep it moving. Right. Let's have a look at my track list without overthinking it. Let's just grab one here.
You overthink, Peter.
Sorry?
Said you overthink.
Me? Overthink? Never. Yeah, it's a bit of a joke there. I'm known to overthink a little bit. Dear Ramirez always tells the story when I gave him some A&R feedback once and told him to turn a clap down 1 dB. That's definitely a bit of overthinking right there.
We've all been there, Pete. We've all been there.
We've all been there.
We've all done it.
Over A&R'd. Right. Okay, I've just loaded up another one. This is Flippers, or Flippaz. You never quite know how to pronounce some of these names. There's many ways. I like that. Flippaz, and the track's called Trumps. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's go in. I'm going to fade this one in as well.
Oh,
right?
little devil.
Let's go.
Deja la música elevarte, liberarte. En nuestra casa somos quien queremos ser. Las ondas del sonido, perdidas en el ritmo. Las almas encendidas con un solo latido. Elevarte, liberarte. En nuestra casa somos quien queremos ser. Las ondas del sonido, perdidas en el ritmo. Las almas encendidas con un solo latido. Siente el pulso de la noche. En nuestra casa, cada momento es una oportunidad. Somos más fuertes. En nuestra casa, el amor está presente.
Yes, Flippers. Nice one. Thank you very much for sending that in. Nice vibes.
Loving
there.
the tribal vibes today.
Tribal, Latin, carnival.
Yeah, good fun.
Funk in there. Yeah, good fun.
Yeah.
Good fun. The groove is that, the sound of that record's really nice. Got to say, production's really good.
Yeah, it's all clean.
Great quality production, isn't it?
Yeah,
really nice. And I think we were both exactly on the same page.
100%. Yeah, yeah. Just kind of using that kind of trumpet sound a little bit more, really. Just kind of used in the breaks, but then go through that whole mid-section there without hearing it at all. It'd be nice if you. I was saying to Pete, you could even just have maybe like one kind of note just dipping in now and again, and then go to the full resolve at the end of a bar, just before the drop kind of thing.
It's the hook, isn't it?
It doesn't have to, yeah, that's the hooky part, but doesn't kind of come back right until that main breakdown where it just kind of filters up at the end. So that's all I was missing, really, because it's really vibey. I get not leaving the whole thing over the whole track because you'll get sick of it. I get that, and I get the idea of pulling it out when you get to that kind of drop, but just to have no reference of it at all, I think you're just missing a trick there. I think because it's so good, that part.
It felt
so hooky.
like I know the sort of less is more is a good way to go, but that was too little.
Yeah,
because it was
you
this
really
bit
noticed
here
it
right
not
at the
being
end.
there. Then at the end of
Where
every
was
bar of that section, I was waiting for it to come back in. You know,
where was the? Was it here? Where was the actual resolve of it?
You could just have that at the end of the bar or something, or just have a
in this
burp,
16,
just like a little stab or something.
Yeah, it could have just been that it's in this transition more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're not into that, it could be even a bit of the vocal. It could be a bit of the vocal.
Because
one word.
There's no definitive hook in there, is there?
Not
from
in
the
groove.
vocal.
There isn't in the groove. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great record, man.
It's all in there.
It's all in there. Just utilise what you've got a bit more. You know, the vocal, she's telling you this really nice story in a sort of real sexy sort of European voice, and then that little trumpet hook, we'd say bring it into the track.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's trying to be like super underground or anything, so bring it in.
Yeah.
That's your hook, man. That is the hook. It's because the groove's wicked. I like the way it switches up and the percussion comes to the hook of the groove, but it's all about that trumpet, isn't it?
Yeah. Just utilise that a bit more, I'd say.
Utilise it a bit more, man. Nice track. Nice track. Thank you for sending that in. It's wicked, man. Nice vibes today, isn't it?
Loving it.
Straight in.
I'm loving it. Where are we going next, Peter?
Where are we going next? I keep thinking that Mark's going to burst the door open and just come in to either offer us some cake or just try to get us back. We scared the living daylights out of Mark Knight.
We will be sharing a video on social media at some point.
About 20 minutes before we went live in here, he was doing a bit of a practice of one of his radio shows in the studio, and we burst in. It is his birthday tomorrow, so feel free to wish him a happy birthday. And we burst in with a cake and card, and he absolutely jumped out.
Almost had a heart attack.
Just waiting for him to try and get his own back now. He's going to come in here. He knows what we're doing. Right, let's keep it going. While I'm loading it up, what's going on in the world of Toolroom?
The world of Toolroom, Peter.
Yeah, come on. What's just
what
out?
in terms of key releases?
What's just come out?
So we got some biggies. We got some biggies coming up. We got another big Casey Lights record on the 12th of July, which is a big radio record for us. Mark's got a really cool record out on the 5th of July as well, which is really cool. We got another Friend Within. Chain, you've probably seen a few teasers go up on.
I love his stuff. He's just
all right, lad.
All right, lad.
Yeah, so we've got we've got loads on the go at the moment. Some biggies over summer. So yeah,
awesome.
Stay tuned.
Awesome. What's the Mark's one?
It's a track he's done with James called "You Take Me Higher." Big kind of instant kind of disco, a bit like Music Began to Play that they did with Armand last year before. Very similar to that sort of vibe, high energy, like disco, classic sample.
Love it.
Banger.
Love it. So lots of summer bangers coming, yeah?
Summer bangers galore, Peter.
Nice vibes. All right, let's do it. I have got another one loaded up here, and this is Brian Kidd and Dennis Wonder. The track is called Sunshine. It's all very summery, isn't it? It's perfect.
I'm here for it.
What we need. Right, let's do this, Brian. Let's go.
Sunshine. you arrived. You always bring the vibes. You make me feel so alive. I need you in my life. In your warmth, we will stay. Let the sunshine heat, light our way. In your glow, we'll laugh and play. Sunshine lead us to a brighter day. Sunshine, don't ever fade away. Sunshine, stay another day. I need to feel your warmth shining up on my face. 'Cause when you're around, the world's a better place. Sunshine, shining bright, guiding us through the darkest. On a rainy afternoon, all I do is think of you. All I do is sunshine, come on through. I've been waiting for you. In your warmth, we will stay. Let the sunshine heat, light our way. In your glow, we'll laugh and play. Sunshine lead us to a brighter day. Sunshine, don't ever fade away. Sunshine, stay another day. I need to feel your warmth shining up on my face. 'Cause when you're around, the world's a better place. Sunshine, shining bright, guiding us through the darkest nights. Sunshine, oh what a sight. I need sunshine in my life. Sunshine, don't ever fade away. Sunshine, stay another day. I need to feel your warmth shining up on my.
Nice one, Brian and
Nice.
Dennis. What a lovely vibe you got there, guys.
Yeah, nice, pure summer vibes.
It literally brings a bit of sunshine into the studio here. I'm loving
Terracey
it.
vibes.
Yeah, I really love it. I love the sort of roadsy
Yeah,
chords when it first started. It made me think of Cloud9, didn't
Yeah.
it, Baby?
very soulful kind
Yeah,
of
the
vibe.
beginning of it's lovely, and then that bass line came in. Like, oh, what a lovely groove! And the vocal, it's got to be an original vocal, right? Because there's just so much
loads
of
of it,
across the
yeah.
song, which is great. I commend you for that. I don't know if maybe Dennis is the vocalist or there's another vocalist on it. Really nice vocal. I think there's some really beautiful parts in there sung really nicely, but I think it's just being a bit overused. I feel like it's a classic case of getting a vocal, an original vocal, and just getting every bit. Because there's a 4-minute 40 track, and there's not one of that bit really where the track breathes on its own.
No,
Was there?
until you get to that little outro part, and we both looked at each other and was like, oh, how nice is this groove?
Yeah, like
You
where-
could strip,
I'll
I mean,
play
I'm
it
not saying
again.
get rid of it, but just pepper that vocal in and obviously have your hook and stuff. But for that there, with the bass line rolling over the top of it, it's super cool. It doesn't have to be like wall to wall, back to back vocal throughout the whole thing. You could just let that, have little periods in the track just to let that groove really come through and breathe, and you can really make the most of the musical parts. Because there's some really cool bits in there, but they're just lost because the vocal is so front and center. You kind of lose everything else that's behind
Definitely
it. Really.
agree. How cool that would be, classy to just
Yeah.
go back to the groove like that and just let
Just have a
everyone
few little
chill.
down moments.
Yeah,
just
man.
little, just roll.
You know, like it was it you said in the chat. Someone was like, "This is definitely like Cocktail by the Pool."
Oh mate,
You know,
100%.
and you just want to groove out to that. The music and the bass line is really nice, and then come back to the vocal.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to squeeze too much in. Really, you just need like 2 key verses that are going to lead up
Just
to
a
the
hook.
main hook, the
Yeah.
sunshine. It just felt a bit too much. You know, let it breathe, because it pretty much comes in on that first break and is in the whole time. So
Yeah.
I'd look at an arrangement of a similar song and just go, right, where are they letting it breathe? Or just trust your own instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Take the vocal out for a few 8-bar sections or 16-bar sections and let the track breathe. Definitely, I would.
Yeah.
It felt there was a couple, just 1 or 2 bits of vocals that felt to me like
Pitchy.
a bit pitchy, or they could have like just ever so slightly been clashing key-wise with one sound. It wasn't
I think
majorly obvious.
I think it was the ad-libby part at the end. I'm not going to sing it because mine will be a lot worse. But that bit.
Honestly, it's an amazing vocal, and I'm not saying the vocalist has sung out of key or anything, but there's just something
In there.
that it was fighting with. It was one of
Clashing
them that would
a tad.
take you a while of investigation because it wasn't obvious. I could be wrong. I would have a look at it, but you sort of felt the same. There was just one or two bits, but what a lovely record.
Yeah,
Other
really
than
nice.
that, I love all the parts.
Yep.
I think everything sounded right in it. It was just purely arrangement.
Yeah,
Let that
100%.
vocal out and breathe. Brilliant stuff, man. What a lovely track. Thank you so much for submitting that. That's really nice vibes. Let's do some shouts, shall we?
Let's do some shout-outs, Peter.
What's everyone saying on here? How are we all feeling? Centero in Colombia, 9 a.m. Nice to start the day with good music. Thank you for joining us, mate. Thank you. Love it. Oh, D-Tone was saying reminds me of Nora and Pure. Was that this one? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, better than Lex was like, bring me a cocktail by the pool. Love it. Oh, yeah, Loz was saying the vocal felt a little bit funny as well in some places. Really nice, man. Love it. Nice to see you on, Brian. I'm really pleased you sent that one in. Awesome. Glad the feedback was welcomed as well. Hey, Silas. Silas is listening to us in his tractor cab.
Wow. Love that.
That's
gotta be a record
definite
breaker.
first. Yes, Silas, where are you? And what are you doing?
And what are you farming?
Are you harvesting a crop? What are you doing? Or are you just taking your tractor out for a cruise down beachfront? What's going on?
Do people, is that a thing? Do
If I
people
had a
do
tractor,
that?
If I had a tractor, I'd take it out for a cruise.
Just to really annoy everyone on the country lanes. Like,
Go and pick the kids up from school.
You're like, oh,
Just
God,
be
get
like-
out of the way. It's just Pete like that.
I love it. Isn't that? What, you know what I'm saying like that? That is solid, isn't it? A tractor cab. That is definitely a first. Hey, Nick, nice to see you, mate. He's got, and that's the other thing. He's got speakers in there. Have you pimped
Like
up
a
the
mobile
tractor?
tractor rave.
Pimp my tractor. It's got like a sub bass woofer in there. The lot.
Love it.
Mate, I love that. He's in Hampshire cutting the grass. I'm loving that. That is epic, isn't it? Oh, that's definitely a first. Hey, Omid, shout to you in Germany as well, mate. Don't go winning the Euros, all right? Love it. Oh, that's wicked. That's a first.
That is a first.
Never had that before. Brilliant stuff. Someone's got to beat that next week. How'd you beat a tractor cab? Right, I'm having a look. Let's get the next tracks here. Okay.
Where are we going now, Peter?
Okay. So this is a name I recognise.
No.
Again, just picked at random. Scrooby, featuring David Lesau, called Diamond Dust. 202-406-616.2.
Oh, that one. I like that one.
That's the version, Simon.
This better be good.
How many
Final
bounces?
underscore final.
You're used to that from Ben
Oh,
Remember,
God,
you
mate.
are. I love it. Yes, so Simon is a former student, Torm Academy student, over in Oz. He will be asleep right now as well. He often reminds me that during the day. He'll be fast asleep while we're talking here. So big shout out to you, Scrooby, if you're watching this back, mate. Let's dive in. So the track is, what did I say? It's Diamond Dust. Let's do it.
Can't get enough of that diamond dust. You want some? Come and ride with us. Can't get enough of that diamond dust. enough of that diamond dust. You want some, come and ride with us. Can't get enough of that diamond dust. You want some, come and ride with us. Can't get enough of that diamond dust. Licking those lips, shaking those hips. 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 Dance floor covered in diamond dust. We all got that diamond dust. Diamond dust. Diamond dust.
Yes, Scrooby. Nice one,
Nice.
mate. What a heavy groove.
Very heavy groove. Love it.
Boomy.
Very,
Like the
very
vibes on that.
tracksy vibe.
Proper tracksy vibes.
Yeah.
Big room, festival, sort of juggernaut. I like that.
Nice, Pete. A juggernaut. You're still on the tractor flex, aren't you?
I'm going just...
You've gone down a transport road.
I'm going down the transport road. Keeping it
Transport
industrial.
analogies.
Okay. I'll think of something for the next one
I
now.
hope you do.
All right, okay.
Yeah, no, it's really nice that. Love the
That's cool.
groove. Groove's wicked.
That's really cool. I like the vocal as well. I'm presuming that that's an original vocal because it's featuring David LaSalle.
Yeah.
Called Diamond Dust. I like that vocal. I like the way he's doing that vocal
Yeah.
bouncing, and it's sort of.
I like the way the pattern of the vocal flipped just as you went into that last section, and it becomes more syncopated, and then the
Q&A.
stab just kind of comes in
Yeah.
between the vocal. That was really cool.
The loopy vocal, then the stab.
Yeah,
The
it's a
loopy
nice
vocal,
little,
then the
nice
stab.
little switch in energy.
I really
there.
like that. I think that's really cool. I think it's just like a bit more work on the mix down and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't normally dive in too much on mix down stuff in here. I mean, we've got a bit of soundproofing, we've got some quite good speakers, but it's not like the perfect place to give it. But for us, even just sitting here on these speakers, I didn't quite get the job of the synth. It felt
Sounded
like
very
the synth
thin.
was just a background sound. It felt
Yeah.
a bit thin, and it was all about the groove and the vocal.
Mhm.
But yet the synth, when we first heard it, both me and Matt were like, "Oh, that's got like that late 90s,
Old 90s
hard
vibe, yeah.
house, hard trance sort of vibe that you used to get."
Yeah.
And we both really liked it. But then in the build-up, it just sat in the background because you had the vocal doing it as well. Then the vocal answers, but then we dropped with the synth. I would try and, if that was me, I would try and separate the two a bit more in the build-ups. I make the build-up about the riff, so the vocal does its thing, and then the vocal sort of loops or goes into the background. The vocal can resolve at the drop, but then the build's all about that riff because
Yeah.
the riff's the thing taking over. And then just mix-wise, I think like you just said it felt a little bit sort of thin and
Bit
maybe a
pushed
bit
back,
too
yeah.
airy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's make it a bit more dry, a bit more attack, and a bit more
Bit thicker.
saturation, that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So great record, and it might just be that, but that's what I think. I just think it needs to grab me a bit more in that
Yeah.
synth area. Now the arrangement, it works. We're thinking that's a very Torum Tracks template sort of
Yeah.
arrangement. I think you can probably actually shorten your outro a
I was
bit.
going to say, looking at it from here, that is
It's
hefty.
quite heavy on that end because you sort of come to your outro about 4:40, and then the whole record finishes at 6:10. So you've got a whole minute and a half of just groove. But
Yeah.
beyond that, I wonder if there's just something else creatively you could do in that first half of the break.
Yeah.
And I know this works on the dance floor, like the bridge, and then coming down and slowly building up. But you've got like a vocal there. Like imagine just everything going, all the drums going, and you just get Diamond Dust, like really just boomy, and it starts panning and stuff, and there's nothing else there. Then we go back to the build. I don't know.
That would work.
It's just at the end of the day, that's just a creative idea. But I guess I'm in this. I said it earlier. I'm sort of in this place where I'm always looking for something that's just a bit more of a grab me creative moment in arrangements as well.
Yeah,
I don't know,
100%.
what's your thoughts? This is very
100%.
Forum Tracks.
Yeah.
You're signing, you're A&R in this stuff.
Yeah, I would probably agree. I mean, as I say, with the tracks template thing out there as well, it's quite readily available to actually use this in the tracks, and so we do get a lot of records with very similar arrangements. So yeah, I would agree. Doing something a little bit unique and a little bit different, just to stand out, to have like a real kind of moment in a record that's a bit like kind of a bit unexpected and a little bit like untraditional maybe, and yeah, something a little bit interesting just to kind of stand you out from the crowd. As I say, especially with the tracks template, it's yeah, we do get a lot of records with exactly the same arrangement, so it's nice to yeah, break it up sometimes for sure.
Wicked. Okay, cool. In the same sort of vibe then.
Yeah.
Brilliant record though, mate. That is
yeah, again, I think everything's in there. It's just a matter of refining what's there and
yeah,
just a little bit more interest in there, I think. And just I agree with what you said about in the breakdown as well, where we've got the synth and the vocal kind of competing for the same space. You need to almost make a decision there as what do I want to take the lead here? Do I want it to be the vocal? Do I want it to be
for the
synth?
sort of actual build up.
Yeah, just because that's where it gets a little bit clashy, and that's where it gets a little bit messy. But yeah, no, I agree with what you said. Try and split that up, verb one up, and keep the other one front and centre, and then swap them over.
I imagine the synth, like on the dance floor, if the synth was the one really in my face and getting a big reverb wash on the build, that would be me putting my hands up, going crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the vocals sort of washed away, but then we get.
But then you get the resolve before it drops. That's what would spring to mind with that particular record. I would say try that first and see how it goes.
Awesome stuff, mate.
But it's some wicked stuff in there though.
It's really good. Getting some shouts over here as well on the chat here. Love it. Tractor Juggernaut.
Love that.
Awesome.
Can't wait to see what the next transport analogy is going to be.
Well, it all depends where the track takes me, you know? Let's see what the track brings on that.
See what he did there. See where it takes you.
Do you keep hearing that? The cow's squeaky stool over there?
I hope it's his stall.
I hope it's your stall that's making those noises, Cal.
It's a very confined room in here. Although the window is open a little bit.
He did talk about something that he ate earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I don't know. Can't believe you went for a fry up without me this morning.
You go for a fry up today?
Yeah. They went for a cheeky breakfast.
Jeez.
Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Right. Let's have a look what we've got. Let's grab something out of here. What have I got? Right, I've just grabbed something at random. I'm always just grabbing these tracks at random, by the way, guys. I do recognise the odd name here and there, students from the academy, but if I see it, latch onto it, it's in. Okay, right. Next up. I should be wearing my glasses here.
I don't ever see you with your glasses on anymore, Peter.
I know. I meant to wear them when I'm on the computer and for reading, and I just stopped doing it, and now they've got worse. Azaz, or Izaz, AIZAZ. Level Up the Funk, V5. It's
Nice.
a V5. Not 1, 2, 3 or 4. Okay. Right. Let's get the BPM right on the grid, because we like to be able to see what's going on, don't we?
We do.
Right, Azaz, let's do this, man.
how come her doling up, doling up, doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of 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 funk. How come her doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of the level of doling up, doling up the level of doling up. Come her doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, 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 doling up the level of funk. How come her doling up the level of funk? How come her doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, 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 doling up the level of funk. How come her doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up the level of doling up, doling up, doling up the level of doling up, 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 doling up the level of funk. How come her?
Nice one, Izaz.
Very
Izaz,
nice.
Izaz. I must apologise if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I
To
tried
everyone.
I tried variations of it, just hoping that I'm going to get it right. That's the over worrier in me. All right. Nice vibes there, man. I really
Yeah.
like that. I like the feel and the flow of the groove. I'd say transport links wise, it's giving me kind of steamroller vibes.
Steamroller,
I'm getting
nice.
heavy,
Strong
strong,
energy.
rolling, groovy steamroller vibes. It's coming along that road, that
Yeah.
massive roller, flattening anything in its way. There's my analogy for you
Love
straight
that.
away.
I'll start writing these down, Pete.
Transport analogies for A&R. It's, do you know what? I think this has got real potential, this record. I really like it. And I think for me, it would be simplifying the use of the vocal.
Yep.
The vocal hook just felt like it moved and switched around different variations of the chop.
Yeah,
so much
I think
that-
you lose when it starts. It's very hooky because it's a thing and it's in its one arrangement. And like I said, when the track was playing, when you start changing that and altering the groove and the pattern and the arrangement throughout the track, it gets a bit confusing as to what the actual hook is. You know, I get the idea of the odd little chop here and there, but changing the actual placement and everything else, I think just throws you off.
Yeah,
As I
think-
say, it
I
distracts
think
from
that's
what the
sometimes
actual
a
hook
natural
is.
thing, isn't it? Sometimes producers think, I've got to keep a record interesting,
So I
I'll
can't
chop
have it.
up
I
a
can't
bit
have it in
much.
full for the whole
Yeah.
4 minutes, which is right. But
Actually, the hook is the hook.
the hook is the hook, yeah. But
Don't need to keep changing
just
it.
have it in the right place. But the only other thing I was going to say was that stab that comes in could be a lot bigger, a lot thicker, a lot more energetic, because you've done the right thing there, where you've taken out the vocal and you're bringing in something to fill its space. But the energy of that vocal isn't matched by the stab that comes in. It kind of still feels like it dips in energy a little bit. As I say, it's the right idea and the pattern's cool. I think you could get a much better sound there that's going to carry.
Yeah,
It's
I
going to
agree.
fill that void of the
Bigger,
energy.
harsher. It's all about
Yeah.
sound choice, isn't it? on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stab? It feels a bit light because the groove is really nice. The percussion's really nice.
Mm.
Both Matt and Cal were like, "Oh, it's got those Casey Lights soul."
Yeah,
sort
very
of
like
vibe."
soul, Casey
And it
Lights.
was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that has got that feel, but it's just that little. That's quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big Room? This is that little bit more groovy.
hmm
It's nice. Yeah, I agree with Matt. I'd get some uniformity on that vocal, and it's just right. It works in that way. It's in for 8 bars, then it's out.
Then it's out. Stab
And
comes
then
in.
the stab comes in. Don't then bring the vocal back, but a different version of it. And I would say the break, your main break, just needs a little more uniformity. I love the fact that you're trying all this creativity, but I feel like it's switching up every 4 bars. Like, you've got the vocal doing this sort of chopped on and off thing, and then we start and there's a build up, and then 4 bars later you stop and restart it again.
Yeah.
Do it a couple of times.
It's a bit clunky in the arrangement
Maybe
there.
look at some past Nausicaa records on tracks and look at the arrangement, and don't be afraid to even use it as a bit of a template.
100%. Yeah.
Because you can learn a lot from that. But that's really cool, man. And just to say, like, you know, our feedback on these records, I know we dive in quite quick and we're like, oh, maybe change this, not sure about that. We're just trying to give you some instant sort of constructive feedback on how our ears are used to hearing music, what we look for, what I'm looking for when I'm working with students at the academy, what Matt's looking for when he's signing records to Toolroom and Tracks and the labels that he represents here. Sometimes feedback can be a personal taste thing as well, but it's one thing. Try to learn to take that and not take it too personally as well, because getting feedback is a great way to learn and improve. Even if you don't wholly agree with it, it's like, okay, I can try this from someone else's perspective, give it a go, just save a copy of your project and try it and see how you feel by giving it a go. All right.
Yeah.
But I do really respect people sending music in to get feedback. It's a scary thing, you put
bearing
loads
your
of work.
soul.
Yeah, totally, isn't it? It basically
it's
all that work that you've done, but you will reap the rewards by doing it. You've got to put yourself out there, take risks, do things that are a little bit outside your comfort zone.
We spoke about this before, didn't we, on many academy lesson, when we said about, I think me and you were the same, Pete, where we wouldn't even play our own music back in the day.
Yeah, totally.
And I remember there was a story of you and Mark when you was at ministry, and Pete had just put a record out or has just finished a record, and Mark kept coming in saying, have you played it yet? Have you played it? And he's like, no, I'll play it in a minute. And it got to the end of his set, and Mark just come in and it was CDs back in the day, and just threw the CD and was like, right, play it now. And Pete was like, oh god, and played it, and it worked really well and sounded great. But it's a similar thing. You've always got that because you're your own worst critic. And
totally. And if you hold back, not some people have got it. Some people just don't feel the fear. But I think a lot of creative people do. A lot of producers.
It took me a long time to play my music. Yeah.
I feel like we're our own harshest critics of what we do, of our own art, and you don't hear it in the same way someone else does. And you just got to try to step over that and just go, look, what's the worst that could happen?
Clear the dance floor.
Clear the dance floor, end your career. I have to change alias.
Apart from that,
no. Seriously, it couldn't. It wouldn't.
No.
And you've got to put yourself out there. Just put yourself out there, take risks. Seek every opportunity you can. Honestly, that's how you will grow. Right, man, let's keep it going. Nice record, though. Nice record. Nice different vibe as well. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's not overthink this. What have I got?
I love how when you say let's not overthink this, that basically means that you're overthinking it.
I have to say it out loud. If I say
don't
it out
overthink
loud,
it, Pete. Don't overthink it.
That forms I don't. So when I go into a supermarket and have 2 loaves of bread,
I've been card shopping with you before, Pete.
Ah, yes. Birthday card shopping. It's an
experience
with me, isn't it?
It really is. It really is.
I'll spend ages.
Pete's like, going into town. I've got
to about 4.
I've got to get a flower birthday card. I'll be like, I've kind of got something on this lunch actually. Like, what do you reckon of this one? Maybe that one. Oh, there's too many words in that one. What do you reckon of that one?
Yeah, basically. Thank you so much. But
I'm very similar to you.
It's the way I am. I'm proud of it. It's. I think it's a good trait.
Attention to detail.
It's attention to detail. It's what you need.
Exactly that.
Got to be a little bit fussy, right? All right, I've got another one loaded here. The name just jumped out to me. Captain Quack. I love it.
Nice.
And it's both with K's. Captain Quack. Tonight, it just grabbed me straight away. So let's give this one a spin. Let's do it. Let's see what Captain Quack has got for us. Yes, Captain Quack. Love that name.
Such a good name.
It's such a good name. Someone put on the chat Captain Quack, and they were expecting to hear ducks. No, it's not Quack. It's Quack.
No, it's Quack.
But I
We
love
can
it.
confirm
It's such
here.
a good name. Matt went in with a proper dad joke when we were listening to it as well. As soon as it dropped with the percussion hook, and we were like, oh, that's fun, and it's quirky, really quirky. He was like, no, it's quacky. It's quacky. I was like, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Straight
That's what I'm
into
here
dad
for.
joke. You lead the way with dad jokes.
I really do.
The stuff you share on Instagram is gold. I love it. There was a little bit of it. I heard a couple of pops. I don't know whether it could have been something technical our side. A few of you guys commented about that. Maybe something was crackling, distorting. This is a really interesting record, this. It stands out from a lot of other sort of house and tech house that we get sent. It's got its own unique flavour and vibe. Like we were just saying, as soon as you drop and that percussion, it really stands out. Quite fun, quite bold sound choice. But it's really super hooky and fun.
I really like that part. I think that's
really
brilliant.
like that part. I really like that, and I think we were feeling the same. One or two of you on chat were feeling the same. That the vocals just need a bit more deeper thought and a little bit more time on the production. Some of the vocal placement and warping just didn't feel like things were
Just wandered out. It's quite hard to actually find the rhythm because me and you were literally sat here trying to count of what part of the bar it was coming in on.
Yeah.
And some of them would be right, and then is it on the one? Is it on the two? Is it on the on the off? It was kind of hard to, but it's so much vocal. If I'm completely honest, I'm not a massive fan of the vocal. I feel like it's such a big thing. It's almost detracting away from that brilliant kind of perk line that you've got in there, and you could strip that back. I likened it to like a La Mescla or something like that. We've got a super quirky kind of percussive hook. I mean, all right, that's a flute, but that similar kind of vibe. You know, the Ibiza Terrace. You could really simplify that. I just feel like that vocal so like overpowering, regardless of kind of arrangement and kind of where it's sat in the groove and stuff. I think it's so. It's up and it's down. It's like it's all so much going on. It's like and you got such a cool, simple, hooky part there. I would just lean more on that. I would pull the vocal out or just simplify it, pull a couple of little bits out of it and maybe use that as a loop. Yeah. By all means, have a vocal loop in there to give it a little bit of identity, but I just feel like the amount you've got in there at the moment is almost detracting from that really cool. You should make it all about that because it's brilliant.
Yeah, because she's quite, even though she's just saying sort of one thing, tonight, it's all about tonight. It's like, it feels like that where she's just constantly talking about that one subject again and again, slightly differently. It feels like it drags on. Yeah. Because I like the sound of her voice.
Yeah, voice is cool.
I think she's amazing. I'm not sure who it is, who you've sampled there. It sounds like someone old school, someone soulful. And I think you could use it. I'd just do what Matt said. I'd use
just
it more
simplify
simple.
It, yeah.
You know, I need someone tonight.
And then that just
and
loop
then
that,
loops,
and that's the hook. Yeah.
And maybe even test. Would you start to bring that percussion up in the build?
Potentially, you could just bring it up. You could bring it straight, couldn't you?
And then it sort of reverbs out, and then you drop to it. Or do you like the just sudden bam?
It's one of those. It's one of those really cool tracks that you could just drop to the kick and that little perk riff.
Yeah.
And that would just be like that'll be a proper hands up moment.
It's really unique.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I like it.
And then you just start building on the bar, bring in your hats and your claps, and start building back up from.
Yeah. I'm sure Captain Quack is the artist name of a former student as well, a TA student. I'm pretty sure. Let us know on the chat. Is it Cal? You can monitor in chat.
It is,
Is it?
How are we spelling Quack out of interest?
Quack. It's with a K and
KWOK.
Captain and Quack is K's. I love it.
Nice.
Some unique vibes there. So that's really cool because I think as well it's like in the groove when that perk actually goes as well. Like what's the thing that really replaces it in the groove? And I think if the vocal was more simple, you might even tie bits of the vocal.
You could just switch them out. Yeah,
well.
A bit like the track before when we said getting a better synth in there to fill that energy gap. You could almost do like an ABA where you bring the perk out and drop the vocal in or something, and then just switch it up to keep it interesting.
Now, personal tasting, I wasn't too sure about the other vocal vibe.
What the deeper
vocal
more tribal thing? Yeah,
I think that's just personal taste.
Not sure if it's needed really. I think you've got other good little bits in there.
Yeah. So simplify vocal. Look at the timing on it, the phrasing, so that she sings. Everyone can follow it a lot easier. Like it's always beat then vocal, or on the beat, or just before tonight. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And stick to that rule. Get that bang on.
Just get
simplify it.
Yeah.
And that will really tie it together, won't it?
Yeah, yeah. Get your warping bang on, so that's really sat in the pocket.
Yeah. Nice vibes. I love it. Let's
Loving
keep it
that.
going. Let's keep it going. I could see. I was a little look on chat as well. By the way, just I was having a look here. I wasn't just scrolling away on Instagram.
He was.
Listening to music, and I could see some of you guys are continuing the conversation about what we were saying. You know, about how you just got to go for it, and so many here were saying the exact same thing. I think Lex was saying it took him, like, he hadn't played one of his own records out for 3 years or something. Here, I'm sure I saw that.
Yeah, it's a weird little.
And Brian
it's a weird
was saying
thing,
he
isn't
never
it?
sends his tracks in.
It is a weird thing.
It is. It is. But Brian, you've done it there. You've just proven
Yeah.
that, you know, it's worth doing, right?
100%.
To get it out there.
Otherwise, how are you going to get anywhere? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly right. Okay, right. Let's keep going, shall we? Where's my folder? Here it is. Okay, right. Oh, okay, I think I know who this might be from the name. I've got a track here, James. Is that you, James Stark? Getting Stronger, version 1.
Wow.
Some confidence there. Love that. Love that. Right, James, let's do this, mate. Let's go.
Small. You know how to make me feel like I'm 2 feet tall. I've been running around for you for far too long. Now it's time for me to stand up and finally be strong. Don't underestimate me, don't even try. Move a little closer and look me in the eye. I've been broken hearted for far too long. Now it's time for me to finally be strong.
Jane, loving that.
James bringing the funk.
Bringing the funk, bringing the vibes there. That's a lovely record, man.
Classy.
Really nice vibes. Classy. It's the word. It's definitely
Like a
classy.
Jaguar.
I don't think I've got a transport analogy for that one. I'm not sure.
Be like a Bentley.
Yes. Yeah, limo. Take me in
Nice
the limo.
blacked out Bentley.
Yeah.
Cream leather interior.
Classy.
Yeah.
I love it. That's really nice, man.
Yeah, really
Well,
cool.
Lovely vibes on that. Really like the funkiness, all the musical parts, the disco
Yeah, I love
parts.
all the way, all the strings, the strings kind of bouncing off all the disco-y. I keep
Really
looking at-
nice vibes
really
on
cute.
that. I think that's really cool. I think you could. There's a few arrangement things for me. A couple of little bit arrangement things. I'd simplify the use of that hook and use it more. Getting stronger.
It's really good, that.
Getting stronger. I almost wanted to hear it looping.
Yeah, you almost don't plant it enough.
You don't plant it enough. It's
Mm.
not until this last part of the record, like whatever it was, 16 bars after that final drop, and we've come out that set in the main break, you started doing it. But then you were doing a chop version. You were going, get in. Get in, and then you went get in, and then it went, and I was like, why did I not hear getting stronger?
Yeah.
Get in. I think just keep simplify it. Go dead. The more when you've got a good hook, just use it in the most simple, obvious, classic way that everyone
Yep.
does. Because me and Matt were both started singing it sooner in the build-up. It took a while,
When
didn't it? And the vocal got there. And
Went to the last 16-bar loop, and we were like, oh.
And it was right about 4 bars before we were going to
Yeah.
drop it. Finally went getting strong. We were like, that getting stronger could have been looping for
Yeah.
at least 8 bars in the build.
Mhm.
I would simplify the use of that vocal.
Just to really cement that as the hook.
Yeah.
Well, the other parts of the vocal are great, but I think, yeah, that's not cemented enough as a hook, I don't think,
I don't
just by
think so.
itself. But it's really cool. I like it. Really
I like
works.
that. I like that. Personally, on that last drop as well, I wouldn't drop and reduce the energy in the groove. I would have just
Lacking
gone
oomph,
for
wasn't it? Lacking oomph.
You sort of waited 8 bars and then brought all
Yeah.
the music back in.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like it's because of the way you set it up. It feels like it just wants to just go on that last drop. I want all the feels. I want it all. I want the
Throw the
feel-good
kitchen
going.
sink in there.
Yeah, that's when I want the music going. The get it
Stronger,
get it
getting
stronger.
All the stabs and stuff, just, yeah. Because the build-up's really cool as well, but you're waiting for...
Yeah.
So when it does drop without all of that, you'll be like, ooh, just the energy just kind of dips, and then
Yeah.
it starts building up again. It's like, ooh.
Because then you then go to a little break. You sort of take the weight out of the kick and bring the verse back.
Yeah.
And I think that could just hold off, just drop and go hell for leather with it. 'Cause that's got a
Yeah.
nice vibe, man.
It's really cool. Very cool.
Nice. That's
Summer
really
vibes.
cool, Joan. Yeah, nice summer vibes, man. That's got a lovely vibe to it. Again, we're not really here to critique mixes and stuff. I do feel like the vocal just sat a little bit like outside the
On
track.
top.
Yeah, maybe like
Yeah.
on top. It felt like a little bit airy on top of the on the track.
Yeah.
I reckon you could bring it in and make it sound a bit more rich, maybe a little less airy.
Yeah. Get a little
Tiny.
side chain in there so it's really sucked into the groove.
Yeah, could even do that. Just a small amount. It's worth saying. It came to mind, but look, we don't normally critique mix. I'm not a mix engineer, but we've got trained ears, and to us, it just felt a little bit like that. These are all really small things, though, Joan. This is top level stuff. This is that last sort of 10%.
Yeah.
I think, to keep pushing this record. So, well done, man.
Good work.
Really well done. Loving this. Thank you so much for sending these in, guys, as well. We really, really enjoy listening to all your tracks, and like I said, respect that you're sending them in for some feedback. It's nice, it inspires us as well.
Does.
Gets us going, which is really good stuff to hear. I hope you guys enjoy getting the feedback as well. Shout out to all the shed heads again for joining us as well. Big shout out. Love having you guys coming in. Seems to you guys have your stream and then finish and come over to us.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's nice.
It's nice to have you with us as well. So we'll probably announce if some of you guys are watching this and going, hang on, what's going on? How do you do this? Make sure you follow Toolroom Academy on socials, okay? And we announce when we're going to do these a few weeks in advance. We're kind of doing them kind of every sort of 6 to 8 weeks, okay? And we'll announce when we're going to do the next one and how you can send your demos in. Okay, you send them in to Cal. He's one of the guys here at the team in the Toolroom Academy. Your demos come in, we collate them all, and then we just play them at random. We pick at random during these sessions, okay? So keep an eye out on Toolroom Academy and make sure you...
Like and subscribe.
That's it. Hit like and subscribe, please. All right, let's get another one in, shall we? Da, da, da. Okay, I'm grabbing this one, and it's kind of grabbed my attention because of the name of it as well. Now, this
Is
might
it better
be
than Captain Quack?
This might be a language thing as
That's
well.
gonna
It's
take
quite
some beating.
interesting, but it's called Arses Junior, and that's quite an interesting title to us. I mean, Arses, that is, or maybe you say it differently. Arses. Might be just a name. Arses.
It could be.
It could be, couldn't it? Could be pronunciation. I'm just seeing it a bit differently in my crazy mind that I do. Arses Junior. Mastered. Now, is the name of the track Mastered, or is this the mastered version? We've got -7 LUFs as well. It's going right in. Looks like we've got a bit of an edit, 4-minute version. If you're on here, RSS, let us know the track name, because unless it is called Mastered, it might be. Right, let's dive in, because it looks like we're starting with a bit of an intro as well. Okay, let me. Oh, wait, I'll get the grid right,
BPMs
just so
on
we
there,
can
Peter.
see what's going on the grid. All right, let's do it. Let's dive in.
Is there solace in the sound or a remedy to change it? Are the speakers playing loud? Is the atmosphere electric? You know I'm here for the taking. I'm losing my way with changing. I feel the love in me fading. You live in your sheet with your name in. Can't you stay? I can't sleep. Fortress falling, our hearts stay cold. It's just another problem to me. The wait is over, and we both know. Is there solace in the sound or a remedy to change it? All the speakers playing loud, is the atmosphere electric? You know I'm here for the taking. I'm losing my way with changing. I feel the love in me fading. You live in your sheets with your name in.
Wow, what a lovely track there, Arcess. That is really, really nice.
It's an emotional number, that one.
That was a real emotional number. That took us on a real journey. We sort of went into quite deep thought, didn't we?
Yeah, it's nice. I really enjoyed that.
Really emotive, really nice musical parts in there.
Yeah.
The synths and the arp and
chord
the piano
changes are really nice.
Chord changes are really nice. That's a lovely track. I'd say again, that's really classy. It really took us on a journey. You pulled us in. You could feel the emotion within all the parts you're doing and the vocal. You know, it's that classic sort of auto-tune, sort of pitched vocal.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I would have... It's an interesting one here because it's sort of like an extended edit. You've got like a 4-minute version and we're starting with a break and then just ending straight out. Kind of like a streaming edit, this.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to hear it as a club version as well. I prefer to hear club versions first and then edits. But I really enjoyed it. It was a really, really nice record. I've got to say, well done on this. If any advice of where I would take that now, I'd probably spend a bit more time on your build-ups. When we start to swell and we're building in those breaks and we go towards the builds, certain sounds can thin out a bit more with filters and automation and get the sense of a swell of build with nice reverb swells on certain sounds. I think you could push that more personally. I do think you can push the energy more there. And for me, it was that 16 bar the second 16 bar section after the first drop.
A bit busy.
Well, no, it was, we dropped on the first one and we stayed, everything stayed in, piano, arps and everything.
Yeah.
And then after the 16 bar transition, dropped some of the sounds and then just looped the arp and the piano shorter.
So it was just straight.
So it was just sort of straight. And that made me think, oh, the vocal's going to come in. That's the space for the vocal. And it didn't, so it just stayed. And that's okay, you don't have to put the vocal in there. But then I didn't get a sense of a journey of that section. So I'm talking at the 1 minute 30 to 2 minutes on the way to the second break. What's the sense of the journey there? Towards the end of it, you started bringing a bit of the vocal in and started taking it up. So I'd look at that transition.
Yeah.
It might be that you need to work the transition more so that switch between the section with piano chords, full arp and everything goes to a section more stripped back. Maybe make it even more obvious.
Yeah.
Like
I really like
that
section where it strips right down just to kick and the little arp when it comes out of that second break. That's really nice.
That's the actual second main drop, right?
That's really nice. That's the real sort of implement and maybe before the break or something.
Yeah. And I think that is because it's like you've got powerful parts and you're letting the listener just focus on just that main riff.
Yeah.
And the kick and bass.
Rather than
and then this whole first half, we've got a lot. The piano, the riff,
the arp,
the vocal. So it might be that section there, you try and take a bit more tact of actually really
just simplify it a bit, yeah.
And then just a little bit more production on the builds and stuff. Honestly, I think that's really good.
It's really good.
That's really good.
It's kind of record that you'd want to listen to again as soon as you've listened to it, if that makes sense. Because you're like, oh, I want to hear that again.
I like a lot of this melodic stuff.
Yeah, I do.
So so many artists are doing this in their own version of it. You know, the Camel Fat guys are doing stuff that have gone this way. We're getting a lot more kind of a bit more stripped back than this. A little less. This might be a bit more accessible. You know, a bit more commercial, but you know,
a little bit more of a poppy edge to that. I think with the vocal and stuff.
Artists like Adam Port and you know, Black Coffee, they're bringing back the more emotive, melodic stuff.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's lovely, man.
It's lush.
Are you on chat as well? Are you here? Da, 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 da.
The track name is Solace.
Omid.
There we go.
Omid's here. Big shout, Omid. Track name is Solace. No worries. So it's not called Mastered. That's all good, man. Yeah, you was aiming for it to be melodic house. Love that. Lorenz is saying, yeah, it's got that kind of Medusa, cream vibe, a trancey vibe. Yeah, Loz.
Camel Fat meets more kind of vibe.
Yeah, I hear ya. Yeah, Loz is like, I can hear this on like somewhere like Capital Dance. It's kind of got that vibe, hasn't it, man? Oh, you're fresh here, so go easy on me, please. So you saying you're fresh to watching us or as a producer? It's really good stuff, man. I like it.
It was great.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I did. I think that's great. I think it had a real nice, classy, melodic vibe. I think you can just freshen up a few sections. It's really worth noticing that how Matt really liked and jumped to that section. It's simple and stripped back, and I'd take note on that with your arrangement. You know, that light and shade between sections.
Yeah.
Don't over flood it with sounds at once, right?
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, definitely. Like you've said that before with the use of the hook on the earlier track.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try and switch it up too much.
Yeah, you don't ever have to overcomplicate.
I suppose if the idea is good, that's when once the idea is good, don't try and overcomplicate the delivery too much.
No, exactly that. Keep it simple.
Nice, awesome stuff. I'm afraid that's all we got time for on today's session, gang. I know, honestly, if we could, we'd keep going, we'd keep streaming, we'd try and get through all of your tracks.
Be here till next Thursday.
It would be like a
like
streaming marathon.
Yeah.
It would actually be a streaming marathon, that one. We definitely need some deliveries brought to us for that one. Thanks so much for bringing your tracks in, guys, and your participation, your support to everyone in the chat. We love to see it. We've got a really nice vibe going on here, a bit of a community. Shout out to everyone who's been joining us on previous streams. We will be back again soon, all right? So make sure you keep an eye on the Toolroom Academy socials. Big shout out to Cal and obviously Matt as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome,
Matt.
sir. You're welcome. Well done, everyone. Some bangers in there. It's all good.
In the Toolroom office.
It's been good fun.
It is, man. I think
learned some car analogies.
We had some car analogies. We did. We had all sorts.
Some great artist names.
Some great artist names as well. Yeah. Yeah, there's some brilliant artist names in here today.
There's some great tunes in there, guys, honestly. Well done. I find these things we do, the quality seems to just get better and better each time we're doing them. It's crazy. Yeah. It's good. It's really exciting.
And even people that are quite new to production, like, don't be scared if you're new to production, you want to send something in, you know, that's fairly fresh. Like, even the quality of the ideas has just been really strong.
I've always said that as well. That's one thing that when we do these kind of panels and stuff and people say, oh, what are you looking for when you sign a track? And there's no real science to it, but I've always said that I would sign a really good idea that's really rough and not particularly produced well over a really well kind of mixed and mastered kind of groove that I'm going to forget in 10 minutes time. If you've got that, I mean, looking at Feel My Needs and Left Wing Cody, I feel that they were like kind of 8-bar loops of just a piano and a vocal, and you're like, oh my god, they didn't have a kick drum. Do you know what I mean? The rest of it you can work on. It's just spotting that magic and be like, whoa, hold on a minute, there's something in there that is brilliant, and then the rest of it you can help them develop and get it out of it. Yeah. Amazing. So don't ever worry about, oh, it hasn't got this and it hasn't got that and I haven't had it mastered. And if your core idea is good enough, then the label will assist you with all
great
of the
feedback.
rest.
That's really good insider kind of an insight into, you know, Matt as a big A&R and probably in general what most A&Rs are really excited by. It's a great idea. Obviously, you know, arranged well, presented well, mixed well, brilliant. But don't be scared if you're really sitting on an idea.
Don't let that put you off sending it somewhere. Is what I would say.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Thanks for
the
final words.
Nice one, guys.
Nice one, gang. We look forward to seeing you all here again. As I said, we'll be back in a few weeks' time, all right? Keep an eye on the Toolroom Academy socials, and we'll catch you all next time, all right? See you later, gang. Take care,
See you guys.
everyone.
See you later.
Bye-bye.